So last time we saw Savitri's mother pleading to Savitri that she must make another choice. She had already chosen Satyavan as a life partner. They had met in the forest. They had pledged to be together. And Savitri says, "My trust is sealed to him. My faithfulness, my obedience, my contract, my obligation, everything is already fixed with him and I cannot change. I am not going to change it." That is exactly what it says. Then Savitri's mother tells her a few things about the worldly wisdom. About the worldly wisdom. She says, "Look, you seem to be a little emotional in your decision at this point. The fact has been made known to you that your lover is going to die 1 year after the marriage, and worldly wisdom lies in accepting that and making another choice. Making another, don't make your life miserable that after 1 year you'll be a widow throughout. Don't take that kind of decision." And she gives all kinds of arguments to her. A human emotional being would give in that manner. She pleads to Savitri that you should not fall into that kind of a trap of infatuation. Who was Satyavan until yesterday? You had never known him, and suddenly you say, "This is all my life," and all that. You see, tomorrow he will die and we will forget him again. So, where is the question of permanence of love in this world? It does not exist at all, you see. So, the worldly wisdom lies in following what she says, follow the middle path. Follow the middle path. She uses the phrase the middle path. Now, obviously, this middle path is not the path of the Buddha. The middle path is not that eightfold path or the path as given by Buddha. She doesn't mean that. And obviously it cannot be Buddha's path because the story happened long, long, long before Buddha's arrival on the scene, you see. For Savitri's mother, the middle path is a human path. Follow the human path. You are neither an animal nor a god. You are a human being. You are a rational being. And follow the law of reason, follow the law of mind. Be reasonable and take a proper decision according to that. And she is basically trying to tell her in every respect that you have to go around again and find another lover. This won't do, according to her. We'll just read a few lines here. "Leave not thy goal to follow a beautiful face." This is what she is advising you. You have fallen in love with this boy, but this boy is doomed to die tomorrow. He is doomed to die tomorrow. So don't follow a beautiful face. Be reasonable and follow the human path, the middle path. Leave not thy goal. What is your goal? The goal is you are a human being. Make yourself perfect as a human being before you can go beyond the human capacities, human limitations. You have to go beyond that. So don't leave that goal. And therefore you follow this path. Leave not thy goal to follow a beautiful face. Only when thou hast climbed above thy mind. This is the important thing, she says. When you have gone beyond mind, you are a mental being. You are a mental being at the moment. And follow the mental path, the mental logic, the mental way of doing things. Be reasonable. And only when you have climbed, she admits that, yes, beyond mind there are possibilities. Beyond mind there are possibilities. And you can adopt those possibilities only when you have gone beyond mind, not until then, is what she says. only when thou hast climbed above thy mind and livest in the calm vastness of the One. Now, this is something very great for a human being. She is already a greatly accomplished spiritual person, Savitri's mother. Calm vastness of the One. This is a phrase which does not come from one who does not have the spiritual experience of that vastness. Unless you have that spiritual experience of that vastness, you can't express it that way. Calm vastness of the One. Only when you have gone beyond mind, you can be in the calm vastness of the One. And when you are in a calm vastness of the One, then can love be eternal in the eternal bliss. She is absolutely right. See, although she is emotional, but she is making a very powerful spiritual statement here. She is making a very powerful spiritual statement here. Can love be eternal in the eternal place? You have to go beyond mind, you have to live in the vastness of the One, then only love can be eternal in the eternal place. She is quite convinced, so to say, that Savitri does not have that experience yet of calm vastness of the One. If she has that experience of the calm vastness of the One, then she could talk the way she was talking. She doubts whether Savitri has that experience at all. She is talking from a purely emotional point of view, according to him, according to her. Can love be eternal in the eternal bliss, and love divine replace the human tie? This is a perfectly correct spiritual statement. The whole thing, the whole thing is something very deeply spiritual. Now, although Savitri's mother, her name is Malavi in the Mahabharata story, Malavi, although she is emotional, she is attached to her daughter, she is concerned about her future, she is still agitated as a human being, yet the depth of her spiritual calm is such that she can make statements like this. Love divine replaces the human tie, human bondage, human relationship which is there, that can be in the divine love only when you have established in you the vastness of the One. Only when that is possible. Otherwise, until then, it is a vital relationship. It is a human relationship. It is not really pure spiritual relationship at all, you see. And love divine. So this is a very correct statement she has made. Savitri's mother, you see, that way, you see. Now, uh, one can say whether Savitri's mother has that kind of a spiritual realization to make such a statement. She is making a statement, does she have that spiritual realization? Well, it can be argued in many ways. It can be seen rather in many ways. And one could say that Savitri's mother is an extremely refined, cultured, advanced human being. So, because of that refined, cultured nature of her, the traditional knowledge of the race is already present in her. It is a part of the traditional knowledge of the whole race, developed race. They will recognize all the great people of the society, they will recognize the importance, the necessity, the character of this statement. So this could be a part of the traditional knowledge of the society which she is borrowing and to which she is giving the utterance here. But even to get that kind of an idea, you have to be really very developed person. Although it is in the tradition of the society, In order to absorb it and express it, you have to be really still exceptional. It is not for an ordinary kind of a man, person, human being. You see. That is one way. The other way is, at one place, we have already seen that Savitri's mother is the wife of a yogi, Ashwapati, his consort, his wife. Now, naturally, she has surely acquired something of the spiritual thing from her husband. It is a part of her spiritual realization also, which is kind of automatic when the yogi Ashwapati has attained those great heights. It is kind of natural in a certain sense, and therefore it is through that she is giving an expression to this utterance. Love divine replaces the human tie, that is possible. Then she makes another great statement here. There is a shrouded law and austere force. Shrouded law, we don't know the working of supernature here in this creation. We don't know that. There is an austere force, very stern, firm, and what it decides, it will be done. It bids the strength, the undying spirit. Now, are you ready to bear that austere force? She is asking Savitri indirectly, are you really prepared that you can bear that force, that bids thy strength, thee strengthen thy undying, your undying spirit, can it really bear that force, that strength? It offers a savior benignances. Yes, all kind of beautiful gifts it will give you. Gracious things will happen to you and all that. But are you capable of holding them? Are you prepared? Are you ready? You are still a young girl. You have not gone through the yogic process by which those things can be realized. You see. Of work and thought and measured grave delight as steps to climb to God's far secret heights. So these are the steps by which you go to the topmost levels of God. Are you ready? Have you prepared yourself? I see you only a young girl, and I don't know if you have that kind of a spiritual quality, that spiritual stuff in you, which can bear the strength, the power, the force of those benignances, those happy boons which the gods can give. See, you have to be really prepared. Even you may wish that God should give us blessings and all that thing, but we should be really ready to receive those blessings. Some kind of a support, some kind of a preparation is required on our part to receive those boons, you see. As steps to climb to God's far secret heights. You are climbing up like that. But are you ready? She has a very genuine doubt about her daughter. But if it is so, then is our life a tranquil pilgrimage. Then all the turmoil, all the conflicts of life, they disappear and it becomes a pilgrimage, a march towards your goal, towards your God divine. Each year a mile from the heavenly way, each dawn open into a larger light. When you are ready like that, when you can bear those benignances, then each dawn opens into a larger light. Each day brings new spiritual light, spiritual power, spiritual truths, spiritual happiness to you constantly. Each day will bring you, if you are open to that kind of a thing. Then the new way opens out, heavenly way opens out to you. Then each dawn opens into a larger light. What a beautiful line, poetically also, rhythmically. Each dawn, you see, you can scan it very beautifully like this one, this line. Each dawn, you can leave a stress on each also. Each dawn opens into a larger light. See, that is the rhythm. Each dawn opens into a larger light. You see, in other words, The first food each dawn is strong. It is spondy. What is called spondy. Opens. It starts with a stress syllable. Opens. Means the long, short. Opens, long, short. That is called a trochee. Same way, N2 is a trochee. Long, short. Then here, the fourth foot is you see here, a light. Fifth foot is a light. See, that is how the foot goes here. So you have got here a spondy, you have got a trochee, you have got an am, you have got an am. That is the metrical scansion of this beautiful line, you see. It's so simple, but poetically it's a very powerful line. And the amazing effect has come because of two trochees introduced in the middle of the line. Opens and to. See, that gives a kind of a thrust to the whole thing, you see. Force, you see. Each dawn opens into a larger light. That is how the rhythm goes. Larger light. Thy acts are thy helpers, or events, or signs. Waking and sleep are opportunities. Yes, make use of them. Whether you are asleep or whether you are working, whether you are in waking, that is called jagrata in the Sanskrit terminology, jagrata, or sleep, that is sushupti. Whether you are waking, whether you are in jagrata or in sleep, they are all opportunities for you. Sleep also is an opportunity because sleep in the psychological sense would mean lying in the superconscient state, being absorbed in the superconscient state. That is what sleep means, being absorbed in the superconscient state. No activity there, nothing is there, but you are completely drawn into that state, tranquil state. Waking and sleep, and therefore when you are lying in that superconscient sleep, it becomes an opportunity. Things really start happening to you then, not when you are active and working. But here, see, now these statements again don't come to an ordinary person. Savitri's mother is a spiritually advanced person. See, this statement does not really come to an ordinary person. She is a spiritually advanced person. Waking and sleep are opportunities. Who is going to say that? You see, given to thee by an immortal power. Yes, these are the gifts given to you. Sleep or waking, they are the gifts given to you. For what purpose? To grow in that. Given to thee by an immortal power. So canst thou raise thy pure, unvanquished spirit. Because those opportunities are given to you, you can raise your powerful spirit to greater heights. Unvanquished. Nobody can conquer it. Unvanquished spirit. Till spread to heaven in a wide whisper calm, indifferent and gentle as the sky. It greatens slowly into timeless peace. Now this is absolutely spiritual, and Savitri's mother cannot speak these things just on the basis of traditional knowledge, the knowledge of the race. She cannot, she has that experience, and therefore she is able to express that thing. Greatens slowly into time. You can't speak of timeless peace unless you have felt that timeless peace somewhere. You have to feel that timeless peace. So that is how Savitri's mother is dissuading Savitri from her present choice. She has chosen Satyavan and she has made a very powerful plea. Keep aside that choice and take your chariot once more and move around the world and find some another youth. He may not be as great, as noble, as handsome, as beautiful as this boy, but that is a sacrifice worth making according to her, because that will not make your life miserable. It may be a choice not as great as this, It will not make your life miserable. So that is the wisdom now she is given, human wisdom she is pleased. It cradles slowly into timeless peace. But she has now made the final thrust. What is the immortal power given? Waking and sleep are opportunity. Take those opportunities. You have been made aware of these faculties. Be aware of them and proceed accordingly. Now, again, this powerful play, which is emotionally charged, because she is her human mother. How can she bear the misfortune of her daughter becoming a widow 1 year after the marriage? She cannot. She cannot. She will not. So she is putting forward every kind of argument, trying to dissuade her and pleading her make another choice. Savitri's mother, Savitri says no. She says, now this is a short, brief assertion of Savitri. This is what we want to see. Just 12 sentences. She has replied to all the points raised by her mother, and she kind of dismisses what she had been told by her mother.